Having covered what's included with the EB48 2.0 kit and the tools required to get the kit built into a rolling chassis, it's time to get started with the first bag, the centre differential. Before we get stuck into kit bag A, note that we will also need our bag of fluids and grease. In particular, we'll need the 10,000 weight diff oil along with the black grease and blue thread lock. The rest can be placed to one side for later in the build. Okay, so now we're ready for the contents of bag A. We have packets within packets here, so with everything open and laid out, we're set to go. And we'll start with the main diff cup, where we'll apply a little bit of grease to the inside recess where the O-ring will eventually sit. Only a small amount is needed here, since we'll be greasing the O-ring itself too, just to help create a tighter seal. With a bearing dropped into the bottom of the diff cup, we can grab an outdrive and apply some grease around the groove on its neck, before sliding into the bottom of the cup. Any excess grease can be wiped away from the outdrive we've just pushed through and used to grease one of the two supplied O-rings, which can then be placed into the neck of the outdrive and pushed down to the bottom of the diff cup, which we pre-greased a moment ago. You'll find it useful to use some needle nose pliers or another blunt object to push it right down, certainly nothing sharp enough to damage the rubber though. Now we can lay one of the two differential shims down on top, before inserting one of the two outdrive pins into the hole in the neck of the outdrive. Again, you'll need some needle nose pliers here to help. The pin not only keeps the outdrive and the O-ring in position, it also fits into the groove on the underside of the larger internal gear. Consequently, the gear keeps the pin in place too, so in effect helping each other. I like to get a few drops of oil in here, just to coat the bottom, and then we can go ahead and drop the gear into position, ensuring it sits flush with the pin. Give the outdrive a couple of turns to verify the gear is in place. With that done, I like to fill the cup with a little oil, enough for the first gear to be almost covered, and let it rest for a moment. The Tekno wheel wrench is a perfect holder while we move to the next step. So now we're ready for our first gear set. Grab two of the smaller gears and feed them into one of the gear pins, one on either side. Notice the notch in the center. As you drop these into the groove on the inner edge of the diff cup, take care to keep that notch facing upwards. The gears will be pushed to the outer edge as they mesh with the larger gear beneath, and I like to give the outdrive a gentle wiggle just to ensure the mesh is in place. On to the second gear set, both placed onto the gear pin, although this time it will go in with the notch facing downwards so it crosses and meshes with the previous set. At this stage, all gears should be meshed nicely with the bottom. Again, give the outdrive a little turn, being very gentle as there's nothing holding the gear set securely down at this stage, and all gears should turn nice and smoothly. We can now top off with more oil, trying to get it into all of the tiny gaps, until we are around 1mm from the top of the cup. And that leaves just enough space for the final gear to rest on top, before you can wipe away any excess oil and give the outdrive a little wiggle to ensure all gears have meshed nicely. We can place the cup to the side for the moment now for the oil to settle, and we can turn our attention to preparing our spur gear. Just as we did with the diff cup, we begin with inserting some grease into the O-ring notch of the spur gear, as well as around the notch within the neck of the remaining outdrive. Next, we place a bearing on the opposite side of the spur gear and push the outdrive through, wiping any excess grease as we go and using it to grease the O-ring, which now gets placed around the outdrive and into position by the spur gear. After which we place the final shim into position on top and push through the remaining outdrive pin to keep everything in place. All we have left now is the small gasket seal, which we need to lightly coat with grease on both sides before placing into the spur gear, being careful to line up the screw holes. All that's left is to cover the seal and differential with the spur gear, although we need to be careful not to only line up the screw holes without moving the gasket from its position at all, but also to ensure the outdrive pin is seated within the top gear. I tend to use two screws to line everything up and tighten a turn just enough so that they catch, before moving the outdrive slightly so that the pin sits into the top gear, and once in place you'll have a complete seal between the spur and the cup. Screw down the 2 screws already in place, although do not tighten just yet, and do the same with the 2 remaining screws too. Finally, a little at a time with each opposing screw, tighten into place, taking care not to over tighten. Considering this gear is plastic, you don't want to squash one side of the spur and deform it slightly in comparison to the other. And that's it, first bag complete. Center differential built. All materials are of a high quality as we would expect from Tekno, and above all else the differential rotates nice and smoothly. Place it to one side for now, and I'll see you in the next part in the series where we'll move on to bag B.